Sharma shares English score set 1. Language is the wonderful gift given to man. When rabbits see an enemy, it bobs its tail up and down. It barks when a stranger comes near. Dog. No animal presents in the gift of language. When a bee sees food, it communicates to other bees by dancing. In the passage, the word caution means worm. For the majority of people, book reading is an enjoyable intellectual exercise. Books are helpful for report all of above. Which of the following sentence is not true? Human labor has not contributed to development of books. Books contributed to mental and spiritual advancement. The word in para 2 means ornamentally. The word in para 2 means ornamentally means 3 decoratively. Choose the suitable title for the passage. Books. In note making, notes are not written in sentence. Notes should be all of these. Symbols are freely used. Note making. Notice in schools and colleges contain certain announcement for student. A formal letter start with sender's address. Letter to editors are written for newspaper. Letter to editors are written to newspapers. Which of the following can be added to make an article writing interesting? Both. 1 and 2. While writing notice, the signature of the issuing authority should be written in bottom. What is the motive of writing a letter to editor? To request him to give some space to your letter in some parents' papers. 22. How should an article be ended? With suitable conclusion. Who sat on the bank bench of the last French class? 3. The village elders. What did M. Hamel brings for his class on his last day? New notebooks. Where was Sahib employed? At a tea stall. Mukesh want to become a motor mechanic too by going to garage. When Douglas regained consciousness, he shook and cried, did not eat anything. Why did Douglas hire an instructor to overcome his fears to learn swimming? When the poet looked at her mother again, she felt a pang of her familiar age. The poet compared her mother to late winter. What do the face of children in the slum areas reflect? Lack of enthusiasm. How can visitors help the poor children? By fighting against the inequalities and injustice. Pablo Neruda wants to entire humanity to keep still. who are described as an enemy to each other in the story The Tiger King, Bull and Tiger, who wanted to a photograph of himself holding the gun and standing over the tiger carcass the Durai. In the poem Keeping Quiet, poet asks to count 12. The name of the program that takes high school student on ice Gondwana exists roughly around 650 million ago. Sada went to America to learn surgery and medicine. All the servants in Sadao's household did not help in treating the soldier. What had the men endured at the rocky coast of the island boat? What had impelled the four men to visit the island? Both 1 and 2. Simple curiosity, love and adventure. When did the man set to sail for the island? In the morning. The man should taste salt on his lips as the fine sea spray rose up and fell, and his teeth were chattering with cold. Where did the man stop to regain his breath? By a tree. Choose the correct word for forced. Impelled. Choose the correct choppy. Rough. Choppy means rough. Used. Passage. Where are the coconut grown? Coconut grown tropical region. What does the word cocoa mean? Both 1 and 2. Skull and head. Which part of the coconut is used extensively for cooking and flavoring? Meal. The coconut earned the nickname ghost because it resembles a fish. Choose the most appropriate title for the given passage. Ghost. Which of the following is not used in note making? Date. Which of the following is not a part of a summary writing? Using your own word. Which of these is a right format of writing? The letter to edited 4 number. Which of the following is not a component of a letter to editor? Title. The notice issued by government generally appear in newspaper. In notice writing, the name of institution organization placed at the top. What would be correct title for the report? I went a book fair with my friend. Who is the author of last lesson? Alphonse Daudet. What did Hamel say about French language? All of these. Where has Sahib and his family come from? Dhaka. What are the Sahib and his family compared to? Birds. Which city is famous for glass bangles? Firozabad. What does Mukesh want to become? Motor mechanic. How old was Douglas when his father took him to beach in California. California. 2, 3 or 4 age of डगलस कैलिफोर्निया में गिर गया था. Those 9 feet of a Douglas were like a 90 feet. And read the who is the poet of given extract. फिशरमैन में वह पैब्लो नेरूडा था फिशरमैन कहानी में. What does the poet accept the fisherman to do? Not to harm the whales. Man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Which of the following poem is written Stephen Spender elementary school classroom in Islam? The paper swimming thin and hungry weak. 33 question number. The poet 34. The poet Kamala Das was driving from her parents' home. Who is the Tiger King Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram? In which hour the Prince of Tiger King born? In the hour of Bull. How many times Jones? 9 times Jones. Which ice program student on ice? Who was Dr. Sadao? Japanese doctor. Where did Dr. Sadao meet Hannah? America. Which of the following statement is not true as per the passage? Not true. The first recorded event of Chipko took place in Jodhpur in 1931. The movement practiced the Gandhian method of 2. Answer both 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Satyagraha and civil disobedience. Where did Chipko movement start? Gharwal region में. The landmark event of Chipko movement took place 26 March 1974 in Raini village. The Chipko movement received the Right Livelihood Award in 1987. The first recorded event of a Chipko movement took place in Khejrali. Which word in the paragraph means same attend to is 4 address. Same attend address. How old was Prema when a stove on which she was making coffee burst? 8. Fateful incident took place in which year? 1965. Which part of her body was most affected in the incident? Face. What did Prema's mother decide to make her if her life was saved? Doctor. Which of the following word means same vow given in the passage? A solemn promise. In report writing, narration of the event is always written in immediate past form. While writing a note, which of the following is freely used? Abbreviation. In the format letter, the letter to editor complimentary close should be yours truly. At which place with love can be used in informal letter closing. Suppose we do not know recipient name of a letter. How can we address the recipients? 3. Dear sir or dear ma'am. Who should be kept in the mind while writing a good article? readers and their mood. The heading subject of notice should be brief and catchy. Where is the salutation placed in notice? There is no need to write a salutation in notice. Which fear of his life does Douglas talk about in essay? Fear of water. How was Douglas when he decided to learn to swim? 10 or 11. Which attitude of Hammer surprised friends? French, soft and kind. When people are insulted, what key do they have to prison according to M. Hamel? Their language. Why did Sahib and his family come to India? Because storm destroyed their homes and fields. Where does Sahib live? Simapuri, which is the center of India glass foundry industry. Firozabad. In what kind of house does Mukesh live? Half-built hut. What symbol from the nature does the poet use to prove that keeping quiet is not total inactivity? Earth. Earth. Fisherman in the cold, she would not harm whales. Why does mother face pale? Due to age, her age. What is the poet's childhood fear? Losing mother forever. Identity. The literary device like rootless, simile. Like लगता है तो simile यूज होता है. As like simile में होता है. What do the governor inspector visit in the poem depict? 4 powerful and influential people. How many times Jones? 9 times Jones. For how many years has the program Student on Ice been operation? 2. 6 years. Program student 6 years. Let tiger be aware who shared it. The Prince of Jung Bahadur. How many rings did Maharaja send to British officer good lady? 3. 50 diamonds दिए थे rings. What was Dr. Shadav is when he had been sent to America? 22. And in bedroom did Dr. Shadav carry wounded man? His father के रूम में टॉम को रखा था. And question. Parents did not bother to send their daughter to school because ignorance. Only few girls from families could go get proper education high up. According to the Napoleon, the progress of nation entirely depends on trained and educated mother. Educated lady always share her husband's sorrow and happiness. Which one of the not included in 3 multiple roles played by a woman according to the passage? 2. Good sister. What is meant by every nook and corner? 2. Somewhere. Which of the following is not a meaning for word sea change? No change. Acupuncture. Acupuncture has been practiced nearly 5,000 years. China. The needles of acupuncture are made of steel. After inserting the needle, the doctor drills the needle between his thumb and forefinger. What flows from the spots on the body along the lines of known as meridians to disease organ. Energy to cure a toothache. The acupuncturist may insert a needle on the patient palm. A farmer later should be have desired effect of recipients for all of these. How to write informal letter? Write legibly, simple English. Reports always written in sequential manner. Which one of the following? Which one is the well written report? Both 1 and 2. Short paragraph thanking any person or organizing which gave help collecting data called acknowledgement. Articles is short piece of writing and state the name of writer by line state of the writer name of writer. Which what is the chief purpose of notice writing? To inform others. Who tossed Douglas in the deep end of the pool? 3. The probably 18 years old boy Yakima River tha. What does the last lesson symbolize? Loss of language and freedom. Expressions thunderclap. The last lesson means startling and unexpected. What does Mukesh wish to become? Motor mechanic. What does the title Lost Springs symbolize? Lost blooming childhood. Why did Sahib go through garbage dump? Or all of these. What are the hazards for working glass factory? All of these. What does the poet hope to achieve by keeping quiet? Get some rest from busy schedule. What does earth teach us? Earth teaches there is a life under apparent stillness. The poetess says her mother looked pale like a corpse. What does the expression smile signify? Poet desperate efforts to hide her fears. Identify literary device. Fog. Futures painted with the fog. Simile. Who sat at the back of the dim class? A sweet and young child, which means transport did the writer use to reach Antarctica? All of these. What percentage of total ice in Antarctica? 90%. I shall cut off my tuft crop. My hair short becomes insurance. The astrologer. How many tigers were killed by within 10 years? To 20. Who was Harley? Harley कौन था? Professor. What kind of a person was General? 3. Selfish. Where did the farmer lay to take a nap? Under a tree. What did the farmer do to worship the cobra? 3. Put a bowl of milk. What did the cobra give in return of milk? 1. A gold coin. What did the farmer soon think on seeing the gold coin? The ant hill must be full of gold. What did the sun do to get all the gold? He tried to kill the cobra. The word nap means In the paragraph one is short sleep. The word exhausted का होगा energetic. Choose the correct option 3. C is a birthplace of life on earth. What presents the couples about on the surface of the earth? 70%. Which is the only planet contain water? Earth. Antonyms of plenty? 4. Scarce. Choose the appropriate title given passage. The sea life. In note making, we should avoid long sentence. Summary should contain keywords. Which of the following is most suitable? Salutation letter to editor. Sir, madam. Letter to editor generally start with sender's address. Which of the following is 50 number? Which of the following is most suitable salutations for editor? Sir, madam. So notice informal means communication, which is what is necessary for writing report. Introduction. What is written at the beginning of an article? Title. What is the setting? The last lesson. France and Persia war. Which country did France belong? France. Is your school ready? Who asked this question? Sahib. The rag picker have no identity, but they have राशन कार्ड था ना, परमिट कहाँ से? यही होगा, राशन कार्ड होगा, ये गलत आंसर दिया है. Who insist on being his own master? एनसीईआरटी में दिया हुआ है रैग पिकर्स have a ration card, no permit, no passport, no PAN cards. What makes the city of Firozabad famous? Famous glass bangles, deep water, exert from this of the main mountains, main and mountains, bumping एक होगा river. The कोचिंग वाला चैप्टर का जो कमला देश है, एग्जैक्ट फ्रॉम विच चैप्टर? माई मदर एट 66. ओके. वेयर वाज द पोएट ड्राइविंग टू? पोएट वाज ड्राइविंग टू कोचिंग एयरपोर्ट. हु आर सिटिंग बिसाइड हर मदर. एंड हु इज पोएट एलिमेंट्री स्कूल इन स्लम? Elementary school Stephen Spender. Or where are the children and elementary slum sitting? In the classroom of elementary school. And the Pablo Neruda asks us to count 12. What type of a word does the poet talks about? All of these. Let the tiger be aware who said. The Prince of Jung Bahadur. What was the banned by the king in the state of Pratibandhapuram? Tiger hunting. Gondwana exists 650 millions year ago. 650 millions. Okay. What is academic secrecy? 2. A Russian research vessel. Where was Dr. Sadao house? Dr. Sadao on the Japanese coast. समुद्र के किनारे. Wonder soldiers of the story enemy belong to US Navy. This much I have completed. Okay.